inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. This day as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this life as it is, go inside to find my God. Go inside to find my God. I'll go inside to find my God.
Start with treatment, our word for affirmative prayer. We continue this process of going inside, leaving behind everything that has led up to this moment. The roots, the journeys, the trees, the wires, the GPS, the phone calls, the texts. This is me, I'm talking about me. And go inside. For it is when we go inside that immediately, instantly, we are aligned and connected with that divine energy, that divine intelligence, that love that is who we are. We are not even just one with it. It is who we are. There is no separation in this space of connection, this space of oneness, where all things begin again, where all life is sourced, where the divine intelligence of the universe is creating you anew in this moment. And so it is from this place that we begin again, that we recognize that we share as one entity with the divine, the power and presence, the light, the joy, the happiness, the love that is spirit itself, that is each one here itself. And how glorious to just revel in this realization as we declare this as our truth. As we declare that we are one with God, one with each other, and that in this moment, we begin again. We are used by Spirit and the divine intelligence to recreate not just ourselves, but the world in which we experience each other and this glorious life. And so as our country celebrates 250 years of freedom and liberation, we celebrate our spiritual freedom and liberation in this moment. and declare our independence from anything unlike God itself, and allow Spirit to move us into this celebration today. For there is no time. It's not that we're delayed and starting later. We're starting right now. This is the perfect time. And we are grateful for all those who are here, all those that are tuning in, all those that tune in at a later time, because it is all happening in this now moment. And so we give thanks for this now moment, for Spirit expressing itself fully through each of us. We feel the love, we feel the joy, we feel the connection, we feel the community, we feel the gratitude for Center for Spiritual Living Morristown. And so as I release this word, I know that it returns to us full as the most divine expression, continuing to unfold so beautifully as our lives on this day and this celebration. And so, with so much love and gratitude in our hearts, we say together, and so it is. Good morning. Here we are. We have people here, and I appreciate anybody who tried to get here and didn't, and maybe hopefully made it home in time, because there's only divine timing, to watch us when we began at 11:30, or will tune in later. And I am so grateful to Rhonda and Kris, because we have the beautiful Kris Ferraro and Rhonda Danae with our music today, and we were just really persistent, and Kris and I were doing some kick butt treatments on the way here. And my final treatment was that I would be able to please let me figure out how to get the computer running, because the last I talked to Jean and Vern, they were like, yeah, we're home. I'll be able to figure it out. Well, I was out why I just heard everybody I left has just left them home. I was just treating as I was coming around the corner. I'm going to figure it out. And instead, the universe sent Vern. And Vern is here. So, welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Morristown, a community where love, joy, and inclusivity are at the heart of everything that we do. Here we honor the unique journey of every soul, offering a place of healing, growth, and celebration. Together, we create an atmosphere of openness and love where every person is seen and valued and accepted just as you are. I'm Reverend Jan Scalera. I'm the minister here at CSLM. Thank you for joining us again, those of you who made it in, those of you who are at home just being safe, and I'm so happy to have all of you join us. I don't see anybody who made the trip for the first time. If they did, I think they would get a standing ovation. They're still no, they're still over there. All right. Okay, so I'm not even gonna, but I think everybody could take a free book today, because we'll make it like it's the first time. And we still have books back there too, that are available and free. Please sign up for Constant Contact if you don't get that. So our CSL theme for 2026 is open at the top, and it is the first Sunday in July. So the theme for July is whole no matter what. Whole no matter what. Chris's topic today is the universe is still creating you. So I needed to practice that affirmation, whole no matter what, I am whole, the whole way of driving here. And there was one point, I just have to share this because it was, I don't know why I'm still so surprised, when Spirit shows up sometimes in the way it does. So I was in touch with a lot of people driving here, and I thank you for people who were concerned and calling and texting, but it's a little hard to follow these GPS when you're calling and texting, and I one time was trying to put in where I was going, and instead of Mendham, I put in Madison, and I visited Madison at one point today. Yeah, so that was the final thing where I realized, okay, I need divine intelligence, and I pulled over. I had to pull over and get in touch with that wholeness and that divine intelligence that was going to guide me here. Not just the GPS, because that kind of wasn't working today. It didn't have the road closures in there. Yeah. And I sat, and it might have made me later, but it got me here for 5 minutes until I really felt this clear thing that basically in my own guidance system showed me the way, and I was like, of course. And I followed that, and that's when I got here, and then finally realized I needed a treat for IT. So it all works. And I also would like to share, and some of you were on the other end of this, that I still can get pretty tense and frustrated. So with some of you, I might have been tense and frustrated. I apologize for that, but I also look at it as, you know, our wholeness includes those aspects of ourselves too.
Yes.
And I just was like, okay, so I'm doing the best I can. So I always like to recognize that in myself and forgive myself and still offer that to others because, you know, I still, I'm a work in progress. And maybe we can all relate to that. But as our Namaste practice today, which is we, you know, recognize the divinity in each of us and honor that, I want to use the idea of wholeness. And also for this month. So I just want to, I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. I am whole.
I am whole.
Okay, so it's an affirmation, and we know that's the truth, spiritual truth. But it's also good to check in to see where that may not feel 100% for you. Because although our thoughts and our words create our experience of reality, our feelings and our reaction is really part of what creates. So if there's a part of you, and it's not to just, you know, suppress it like, yeah, I don't feel whole in my abundance, or I don't feel whole in my health. If it comes up, I'm going to suggest this month as our practice that we recognize that that's there, and then how can we recognize that wholeness? Like, what would it feel like to know perfect health, or no harmony in your relationships, or no abundance? What would that feel like? And recognize that part in you too, because that's there. And the rest is, you know, our conditioning and our beliefs. So maybe practice that. I am whole. If anything comes up, okay, how would I feel whole in that way? Recognize that, and then declare it. Declare it for yourself that you feel it in that way. You know, I mentioned in the treatment that it's 250 years since the Declaration of Independence was signed, and I always look at this time personally as where I can declare my independence from any tyrannical thoughts that may still be in my mind, or feelings that have just become such a part of my emotional system that I'm ready to declare, as Reverend Karen said a number of weeks ago, to go back into the nothingness from whence they came, and declare myself fully in spirit. So as our practice today in Namaste, we will say, I recognize and honor the wholeness in you. So let's do that with each other.
I got chains binding me. When I see myself as limited by my physicality, I know a part of me knows better, and that part will see. It'll set me free, 'cause I am more than I think I am. I am body, mind, and spirit, and I choose to live in harmony. Yeah. And when I buy into that drama, and I believe the lies I hear, those are things that do not serve me, they just hold me in my fear. When I know that I am worthy and the best that I can be, well, I spirit, and I choose to live in harmony. Oh, I'm body, mind, and spirit, and I choose to live in harmony. In harmony. I'm home.
Good morning. I'm always happy to be here, but not as happy as I am today. It's looking a little dark and crazy today. Okay, so and yet everything worked out, and here we all are. So thank you all for joining us and being with us. So I'd like to begin with a question. What if you are not who you think you are? Not because you've been mistaken about yourself, but because you've been treating yourself like a finished product when Spirit has always known you as a work in progress. That's what we just talked about, right? How many of us have quietly decided, well, this is just who I am, or I'm too old, or I missed my chance, or I've always struggled with fill in the blank, relationships or money. We have snapshots of ourselves and mistake them for permanent portraits. But the universe doesn't work in snapshots. It works in creation. The title of today's talk is The Universe is Still Creating You. Notice the tense, not created, creating. Right now in this very moment, with every breath, with every new awareness, with every willingness to let go of yesterday's version of yourself. Ernest Holmes wrote, "Life is a continual unfoldment, and the end of the unfoldment is ever greater yet to be." I'll say that one more time. Life is a continual unfoldment, and the end of the unfoldment is ever greater yet to be. I love that phrase. Ever greater yet to be. Spirit isn't finished, and Spirit isn't finished with you. We love finished products. I think one of the biggest misconceptions we have about adulthood, that means we've arrived at a particular place and then everything stops. When you're a child, everyone asks, what do you want to be when you grow up? But nobody asks us that at 35 or 50 or 70. But I want you to know that Spirit keeps asking that same question. Who do you want to be? Some of us answer, I just like to make it through till Tuesday. I'm encouraging you to think bigger. We think there comes a point when we are fully cooked, like we're spiritual casseroles, but life has a funny way of proving otherwise. Just when we think we have it all figured out, life says, that's wonderful. And now here's your next chapter. Creation is nature's way. When we walk around outside, we may see that. The leaves that are on the trees this summer are not the same leaves of last summer. Nature never finishes creating. And trees don't produce 1 year's worth of leaves and announce retirement. Flowers don't bloom once and say, yeah, I'm done with that for now. And the ocean never says, I've made enough waves. Creation is continuous. The universe isn't preserving life, it's expressing it. And because you are an individualized expression of infinite intelligence, creation continues through you. Sometimes when we feel stuck, we may see creation continuing around us, but it is happening through you as well. Our problem isn't that spirit stops creating, our problem is that we stop participating. We become attached to an identity and labels, ones that we've taken on ourselves or ones that have been assigned to us by others. I'm the responsible one. I'm type A. I'm a people pleaser. I'm a success or a failure. We confuse history with identity. But history is simply where we used to co-create with spirit. Identity can be what you're allowing right now. Have you ever noticed how your phone keeps updating itself? You buy it thinking, okay, this is my phone. Then 6 months later, it does something completely new that it couldn't do before. Or you go to a setting and it looks completely different than the last time you went there. The hardware didn't change. The potential was already there. It just simply received a new operating system. And so this is why spiritual practices are so important, because that's where we get our divine downloads. We get a new way of seeing, loving, creating, and living. The problem is many of us keep clicking, remind me tomorrow. I could do that for a year. Click that remind me. So I'd like to talk about an old identity of mine that recently came back. So a little less than a month ago, I had some medical stuff going on. I had a huge amount of pain. I went to the emergency room in the middle of the night. They said, we can't figure out what's wrong with you. I was like, that's kind of terrifying because I've never been in this much pain. They sent me home, and then 2 days later I was back in the hospital, and my gallbladder was infected, and so it was pushing on my pancreas and my liver and causing a whole host of really serious issues. Now, within that hospital experience, I want you to know that incredible miracles, truly incredible miracles unfolded. But it was still a very traumatic experience for me. I've never actually had a surgery before, so there was a lot of total unknowns. I thought that when they put you under, they put a mask over your face like they do in the movies. No, they stick a tube down your throat, and then your throat hurts afterwards. I didn't know this. So there was a big learning curve here for me, okay? And yet I was showered with love and support. But when I came home from the hospital and went about recovering, which was just 3 weeks ago since I've had that surgery, and here I am, standing, talking, driving, dodging trees and wires, okay? While my body went about healing, okay, an old identity piece popped up. And it's a story so ancient, I probably had it when I was in the womb. And that is the story of I get the short end of the stick. Right? It's that victim consciousness. And that story says, I support other people, but when I need it, I don't receive that support in return. Now, if you're a mother, a nurse, or any variety of helpers, you may have had a similar story running in your life, where you give a lot and you're not feeling like you're receiving in return. And so I was either sleeping for about 16 hours a day, or I was furious. So I welcomed the sleep. I was disgruntled about everyone and everything, okay? And when I was awake, I was running this old story. Now, I haven't been running that old identity for a long time. I didn't even know it was still there. But when it came back, I was like, oh yeah, this bitch is here. And she is bitter, okay? I wanted to throw bricks through windows. It was not good. So the sleep, I swear, was my body trying to protect myself from myself. I watched the first 10 minutes of 50 movies. I'd be like, this is really interesting. And that was it. So the second I would try to relax, I was out. I want you to know that while I was running this old story, this old narrative, it was what I call a split experience. I'm furious, I'm angry, I'm mad at the world, people aren't showing up for me. It was not true. This is what I want you to know. There was another part of me that knew that this was not factually accurate. I had people all over the world praying for me, doing energy work on my behalf, sending me cards. I had money showing up in my Venmo account, homemade soup dropped off at my door, care packages of every variety. I knew it wasn't true, but that old part was not going to let go. So it was a very interesting experience to be in the anger and the upset, and at the same time recognize, oh, this is just that old thing I've been carrying, and it's not true at all. I had never felt more supported and more loved ever. But that old identity came back so that I could have an opportunity to look it in the face and recognize that that part of me that was furious was a part of me that just felt hurt in the past. And I also recognized for the first time ever that maybe it wasn't even my story, because when it came back, it started sounding very similar to a running monologue that I heard my father say for the entire 47 years of my life when I knew him. So not only was there this ancient story, but I recognized, oh, this isn't even all mine. And so I did what we do. I went to someone who put me all back together again. And when that happened, I was so grateful that along with my poor, unfortunate gallbladder, who had been struggling for a very, very long time, and I just couldn't get a diagnosis, that something far more destructive went with it. Okay? So it's important that we recognize those old stories that we told ourselves about who we thought we were or who we thought we could be. And that when we encounter a struggle, a challenge, something unexpected, something even scary, that is often where those old pieces come to the surface. And so in the healing that was happening within my body, I got to experience a far greater healing that really needed to happen. We rehearse our stories. We carry an old autobiography. Sometimes it's surprisingly short. I'm the one who always gets hurt, never fits in, isn't enough, always struggles. We've edited this story so many times, we've convinced ourselves it is nonfiction. But if we can look around at the current circumstances, we will often find so much evidence that points in the opposite direction. Spirit keeps trying to hand us a sequel. And I say, no thanks, I'm going to stay in chapter 3. The universe whispers, but that's not who you're becoming. New Thought teaches something really radical. There isn't a limited amount of possibility. Infinite mind means infinite possibility. Infinite love, infinite creativity, limitless supply of everything that you could ever want or need. And wisdom for days. Not because life always looks easy, but because source never runs out, never runs dry. When we stop identifying with limitation, we become available to revelation. What if your next chapter isn't waiting for better circumstances, but just waiting for greater availability? I love that word, available. Doesn't require much from us except for openness. Sometimes we think spirituality is about making things happen, but sometimes it's just about getting out of our own way and allowing that which created us to flow through us with new ideas, new openings, and those new possibilities that we really are desiring. The question is, am I available? And if the answer isn't yes, ask that infinite intelligence to show you where you're not available. Stop being too busy to argue for the version of yourself you no longer need. Every person in this room has been through things that are unfair. I want you to know that. Every single one of us have been through things that have been painful. Every single one of us has experienced challenges in which we didn't have the support that we needed. I want you to know that I see that, and it's time to let that old idea go. You have the most beautiful example sitting right in this room of love and support, right here and right now. We have to be courageous to release what no longer serves. A seed cannot become a tree while remaining a seed, and a caterpillar cannot become a butterfly while insisting that the cocoon feels safer. Transformation isn't adding wings, it's surrendering what no longer fits. And sometimes we're praying for a new life, but at the same time we're clinging to an old idea about ourselves. Spirit gently says, I can only create through what you're willing to release. This is why we shed, we let go, we donate, we create space in our lives. The very first metaphysical principle I ever learned was the universe abhors a vacuum. I don't even think I know what that meant when I first read it, but it meant that you create and clear out the old. And in the openness and the spaciousness is there, the vacuum that you have created will be filled with the next up-leveling of who you are now. So I'd like to offer 3 questions for contemplation. Questions not for your head, but for your heart. First one is, who would I be without the story I've been repeating? Who would I be without the story that I've been repeating? What possibility have I secretly dismissed because it feels unfamiliar? Maybe somebody asked you to lunch who you don't know that well, and there was a possibility for a deepening friendship, and you said no because it felt unfamiliar and scary. We all do that. Find those places so you can go to the version of you that made that decision and give it some love. And if Spirit were creating through me today, what small invitation could I say yes to? If Spirit were creating through me today, and it is, what small invitation could I say yes to? Small. Sometimes we make things really big and complicated, but Spirit simplifies. Look for those small invitations and don't underestimate them by saying, well, what difference is that going to make? Often it's those tiny little small choices that go in a new direction, that build on one another. And you look back a year later or 10 years later, and you can't believe where those little small invitations have brought you to. So we're going to do a guided practice together. So I invite everyone to get comfortable in their seat. If you're crossed, you may want to uncross, allow some openness here. If you feel comfortable, you can gently close your eyes. While resting your hands gently in your lap, let's start with a nice slow breath in and let it go. Breathing in and letting go. One more of those. Allow your shoulders to soften, to come down. Breathe into your jaw and allow it to loosen. Breathe into your neck. Breathe and exhale any tension away. Now imagine that you are in an endless field of radiant golden light. This field is infinite intelligence, boundless love, pure creativity. And it's not in the distance, it's right here in the present. Allow this light to begin to pour gently through the top of your head, moving into your mind, where it dissolves every outdated definition of yourself. Silently repeat, I release who I thought I had to be. I release who I thought I had to be. Feel the warmth of this golden light flowing down your neck into your shoulders, and then filling your heart space. Allow that golden light to melt fear, soften disappointments, and clear what no longer serves. And in the openness that you've just created, silently repeat, I am available to what Spirit is creating through me. I am available to what Spirit is creating through me. And now allow that golden light to move through the rest of you. moving into every cell, every memory and dream, and the places that you believe that life had become small. Now imagine old labels gently falling away, like old leaves running through a stream. Consciously release any part of you that thinks you're late or not enough. And watch those old ideas drift away. Now silently ask, Spirit, what wants to emerge through me now? Spirit, what wants to emerge through me now? No need to force any answers, just listen. Feeling a word, a color, be available to whatever comes and welcome it. We're going to close with 3 affirmations, which you can speak aloud if you choose, or you can repeat them silently, whatever feels more comfortable for you. I trust the unfolding. I welcome new possibilities. The universe is still creating me. And I am open. Let's take another nice deep breath, breathing in. Let it go. And bring your awareness to your physical form, to the chair beneath your body. Bring your awareness back into the room, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome back. One of my favorite reminders comes from Ernest Holmes. We are always becoming. We are always becoming. Always. Always. So if you've been feeling stuck, perhaps you're just in between the chapters of the book that is your soul. If you've been questioning your purpose, perhaps purpose isn't missing, it's emerging. If you're wondering whether your best days are behind you, remember this. The universe has never looked at you and said, well, that's all I got for you. Spirit is infinitely more creative than that. The presence that makes galaxies, the intelligence that unfolds every flower, the life that continually renews the season, is expressing itself as unique and wonderful you. Not yesterday's version, not tomorrow's version, this living, breathing, becoming expression that's right here and now. You are not a completed sentence. You are an unfolding prayer. You are not a finished sculpture. You are a living work of art. You are not the story you've been telling. You are the infinite telling a new story through you. So walk this week with curiosity. And instead of asking, what should I become? Try asking, what is the universe becoming through me today? And then have the courage to be in awe and wonder and unknowing. Have the courage to say yes. I will assure you, you will never regret that. Not ever. Thank you. That was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
I am as God created me. I am alive in this world. I am as God created me. I am, as God created me. Woke you up, didn't it? I am alive in this world. I am as God created me. I am. Yes, as God created me. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, I am. Oh, I am. Oh, I am. You are golden. I am alive. You are beautiful. I am as God. You are holy. You are light. I am. You are worthy. Yes, you are whole. You are peaceful and you shine bright. Sing this. Oh, I am. Oh, I am. Oh, I am. I am. I am as God created me. I am alive in this world. I am as God created me. I am. Oh, I
All that and more, thank you. And thank you, Kris. That was there were so many inspirational sound bites that I want to listen again. There were such, and I just love how you share. You really brought all these parts. I mean, so beautiful. I'm so grateful for this one. For sharing that with us. Beautiful. Oh, we're so blessed. Okay, and so we are also so blessed with our generous, everyone here who is so generous. I just want to give a shout out for how fabulous last weekend was, last Sunday, our celebration. Fabulous barbecue, our Siblings on Faith Club. I really thank, of course, the Leadership Council, and I really have to thank Fernando for his being such a good master. You inspired me. I made grilled veggies yesterday out on my grill, so thank you. And Kathy, thank you for bringing everything together in the concert, and to Ed and Andrew, is that? Yeah, and Mark, of course. We had such a great time. So many of you were here. I'm still thinking about your brownies. So everything was wonderful, and I just had such a wonderful week, just kind of reliving all the love that we shared. And so now it is time to share more love through our generosity and our giving here today. We have many ways that we give. For those of you, last week I had to do a whole new Venmo account, but it is working now. And we also have Zelle set up, so that's like a really great way that you could give us money, no fees for anybody. So there's new QR codes in the back for Venmo and Zelle, and we still have PayPal with our website and all those great ways to give. And we also give like real money sometimes. So this is the basket for that. We do it the old-fashioned way. So if you want to give something today, or just bless the basket as it comes, because so many of you give auto giving and give online, which we are so grateful for. So please join me in our offering affirmation today. Divine love consecrates my gift.
Divine love consecrates my gift.
It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless.
It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless.
It returns to me multiplied abundantly.
It returns to me multiplied abundantly.
As I share my good,
As I share my good,
I accept my greater good.
I accept my greater good.
And so it is.
And so it is.
So we are having an art hangout today. Isn't that cool? And I thank you for another part of your talk. So one of my stories is I am not artistic. And I was not even planning to go to the art hangout today because I don't want people to know how unartistic I am. And so my little invitation from Spirit today is go to the art hangout. So yeah. So right after, is it after social hour, during social hour, or after social hour today? Simple drawing that anybody, even me, can do, right? Is what you're telling me. All right. There's samples, you can do your own design, there's Sharpies, and so I thank Lynn and Fernando and whoever else was part of putting together a little art hangout today. So please join us for that. There are still books in the back until we figure out how we're going to donate them. So you can take those and take bookmarks. It's a big marketing thing for us too. Like Lori says, she puts them in library books before she returns them to the library. Please take them, hand them out, give them out to friends.
They're beautiful, by the way.
My favorite are designed them. Thank you. Thank you. Jean is doing her Wednesday morning meditations through July, so 9:30 to 10 on Zoom. And there are Signs of Mine magazines in the back, July and August, and that's really what we have going on right now. So thank you again, everybody, for coming. Next week, Lori will be here, and Eileen Angel will be back. She was here last week, and she's coming back to do music again next week. So I invite Kris up, who will do our closing treatment.
I'm totally shocked that you don't think that you're artistic because
I would say creative. I am creative.
you're creative, but
I'm creative.
but not artistic.
But not on drawing, and that's the thing.
I've been
Drawing a
watching-
picture.
Like, I've been literally watching your beautiful ensembles for 20 years.
Exactly.
Jewelry, makeup, hair, clothing, shoes.
When you said it, that was my thought. I was like,
What are you talking about? That's exactly. Oh.
And and my sister's an artist, so I had to grow up with her. Old story.
Old story.
Yeah.
because you have it in spades.
Thank you.
I was like, what is she talking about? Isn't it wonderful when we share these limiting ideas and the people around you are like, what?
I was like shocked that you said that. I'm like, did you ever see me draw a picture? I thought the same thing. It was the exact same thought that came to mind.
All right, so let's come together for So I close my eyes and I welcome the infinite expression of God, of universe, of source. I know that my human brain can't really comprehend infinity, but I am not my brain and my brain is not me. I am one with the divine mind of God, and that mind is limitless. And so as I step into divine mind, and divine mind unfolds within me and within each of us, we get to touch the infinite right here and right now. And we allow that infinite nature to flow through us, to flow through and surrender and release and cleanse us of any old ideas we have about ourselves, about God, about one another. We let that go. We allow that universal intelligence to reflect back to us reminders of who we truly are. Each and every one of us, creative, artistic, harmonious, loving, compassionate, prosperous, expansive in every way. The ocean of limitless possibility, and each of us an individual wave of that ocean. What I know as we move forward, that each and every one of us are simply holding a shared intention to be more available to this possibility, to this expansion, to this unfolding, to this life that is always growing, always changing and expanding in so many incredible ways. I know that for each of us, we simply step forward and bravely say yes. And that openness and that availability and that willingness leads us forward. The right doors open, the right opportunities show up, those insights, those aha moments, those all of a sudden possibilities that emerge when we're standing in the shower. We say yes to all of it. And what I know on behalf of each and every one of us is as we are saying yes to a bigger idea, we trust where that idea takes us. And we allow ourselves to feel greater joy and purpose than ever before. Supported, guided, watched over, loved, and cherished in every single way. So with gratitude, so much gratitude, so much overflowing gratitude, I move into that place of surrender. I move into that place of letting go of my own ideas and allowing spirit to flow. I move into that place where the infinite takes the reins and does perfect work for my highest good, for your highest good, for the highest good of all concerned. Yes, yes, yes. Win, win, win. All the time, in every way. I let it go. And let the words that have been spoken simply be so. And join with me by saying, and so it is. Amen.
And I'll be available for treatment afterward.
I was gonna say that. Thank you for saying that. We have a closing coming, but it's all done now.
My good is my God is my good. All the good there is belongs to me. My God is my good, my goodness, my God. All I seek belongs to me. That's my truth with a capital T. It's all about living free. My goodness, my God. My goodness, my God. I have everything I ever need. Oh, my goodness, my God. My goodness, my God. I'm off with the song. There we go. My goodness, my God. I am everything I've ever need. My goodness, my God. My good is my joy. My joy is my good. All the good there is belongs to me. My good is my joy. My joy is my good. All the joy there is belongs to me. That's my truth with a capital T. It's all about living free. My goodness, my God. My goodness, my God. I have everything I'll ever need. My goodness, my God. My good is my love. My love is my good. All the good there is belongs to me. My good is my love. My love is my good. All the good there is. I saw say I lost my teeth. That's my truth with a capital T. It's all about living free. My good is my God.
Thank you all for making the list here today. Kris and Gail will be available for Treatment Express, and join us for social hour and another hangout.
Just finished right there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.